Well, as we welcome Mr. Hubert Ware as our referee for the next couple of matches here at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy. We've already got 2 players confirmed through the first round. Craig Galliano, only the 4th Gibraltarian player ever to win on the European Tour, coming through against Mario van der Beharde and Willie O'Connor, dominating Jim Williams, truth be told, with a comfortable win. However, the omens for this one are not particularly good. Jason Lowe is a very, very talented darts player and was very, very consistent whenever we saw him, even before he got his tour card. But things have not gone well for more than a year now for Jason. He's not in line to get to the Players' Championship finals or the World Championship. He is currently set to lose his tour card, although there are various things that can happen which could help him save his professional status. And he goes up against Manuel Vilerio, one of the elder statesmen of Gibraltar Darts, playing in his 5th Gibraltar Darts Trophy. But in the previous 4 games, he's managed to win 3 legs and only averaged 75 as his best performance. So a festival of darts this may not end up being. However, the winner will go through to play Dirk van Dijvenbode in the 2nd round tomorrow.
First leg, Jason to throw first. Game on.
And I can tell you, we just had some breaking news that Justin Hewitt, one of the exciting young players from Gibraltar, has had to withdraw from the event, I'm afraid to say.
134.
Woken up this morning feeling ill, in no state to get up there and play against the bronzed Adonis Steve Beaton, and so that means that Beaton will go straight through to round 2 to face Michael van Gerwen. So that'll be the bronze Adonis Steve Beaton, a former finalist in Gibraltar, of course. He reached the final back in 2014, up against the 3-time Gibraltar Darts Trophy winner, Michael van Gerwen, the man who's just won the World Grand Prix. Mark Webster alongside me, and Webby, you're the pundit, you're the analyst, you're the expert. Tell us, why does Manuel Vilerio throw the dart like that?
I'm not sure. I've just been watching that as you're doing the intro there, and you can kind of see why Manuel has struggled on this big stage. He's been in the World Cup a couple of occasions, but it's the strange technique. There's a lot of movement going on, isn't there? And yeah, it's not a steady throw. You kind of think that's the dart he's going to work with, stack on top, if he's going to be successful here. But he's taken on an out of form Jason Lowe, but still for me a Jason Lowe that should be far too good in this tie and set up that match with Dirk van Dijvenbode. And been a bit disappointed with Jason the last 12 months, I've got to say. You think back to when he beat Michael Smith, had Michael van Gerwen all sorts of bother, missed a match start, didn't he, in the UK Open. Yeah, so and then from there he's kind of regressed, and hopefully Jason can have a strong end to the year. Otherwise he could find himself back at Q School in the new year.
Well, we talked about Manuel's throw there. Look at Jason Lowe's. This is why he's such a good player. It is a really lovely action, isn't it? There's nothing seemingly that can go wrong with it.
No, it's just very direct, very straight. And that's why he's been successful. We talked about those victories against Michael Smith and obviously pushing Michael van Gerwen, but victories over Simon Whitlock and George Killington to qualify as Manuel Vilerio lights up the home crowd. Where did that come from?
That looks okay for Jason. I think that's even better. It's difficult to tell. But he's not managed to make use of it. And all of a sudden, Manuel Vilerio could go 180, 105 out and get the first leg. He'd scored 60 with his first 6 darts.
Still on.
Yeah, he can still do this.
It's treble 19.
Oh, where are you looking, Manuel?
It should be treble 19. Yeah, and it's all a bit jerky and snatchy, isn't it? And Jason should have the class to get the job done. He's got to get this edgy leg out the way.
You require 10.
If he'd gone 25 tops after a 180 setup after the first few visits in this match. My word. But it is first leg to Jason Lowe, 1-0.
Second leg, Manuel to
What do you call Manuel taking Paul Nicholson, one of our co-commentators, to a deciding leg in a World Cup rub? I may be wrong, so I'm going to check, but I'm sure he got Nicholson embroiled, and it was the year that Paul got embroiled with Kim Hybrex in the round after.
That's very well remembered, if that's the case.
I remember being at home sulking because me and Jamie Lewis been knocked out, so I thought, oh, I'll watch it.
39.
Ah, some fans of Swiss Phil, our MC. Why not?
55.
Well, you've actually researched that and you've remembered the Paul Nicholson Manuel Vilerio Classic. What year was that?
The World Cup in 2015, and they went on to, they had a dream draw, the Aussies, that year. I remember thinking. And then they went on to well, the match with the Kim Hybricks incident, and the rest is history. And he's in again. 200 for Manuel.
Well, Manuel Vilerio, let me just run you through his results
48.
in this tournament. Played in 2013, 14, 15, 3 consecutive years. Missed out the following year and played again in 2017. So this is his first appearance on the Euro Tour for half a decade. But he has played Dave Chisnell, Dean Winstanley, both 6-0 defeats. Managed to get a couple of legs against Brian Pecker Woods, and only got one leg against Darren Johnson. And I would be willing to bet he's probably hit more 180s in this match so far, and we're not even 2 legs into it, than possibly the entirety of those 4 previous games put together.
Yeah, there's a potential 15 dart leg here. May stay there, may go treble. Plenty of options on 90. I'm not sure where he went.
Yeah. Who knows?
40. Jason, you require
He's got to be careful now, Manuel, because even if Jason Lowe doesn't take this out, you'd expect him to tee it up, and 70 becomes awkward. And he may well do. Stay in there for double 10. And lucky, and that's about as much emotion as you'll get from Jason Lowe.
80.
Oh, dear me.
Manuel, you require
Well, you don't
70.
associate that with Jason Lowe, do you? You may think unspectacular, but you think solid. They've both done it! They've both done it in consecutive legs. Oh! Oh, my days.
Jason,
Oh,
you
how
require
unfortunate is
60.
that. When you need a bit of luck and you haven't been winning on the stage, you need things to go your way. But Jason Lowe, to pounce on a real low point for Manuel Vilerio. Oh, hang about now. What's going on?
40.
And it's all getting a bit scrappy, and Manuel's got to split the 60 again now. It's
Manuel, you require 60.
Right. Oh, my!
did give an open bed though, didn't it? Oh,
50.
and unlucky.
Jason,
I
you
mean, that would have been
require
incredible.
20.
Needing 60, throws one out the board, then comes back next visit and busts it on treble 20.
For back-to-back 19 dart legs. Lowe, who finished the opening leg on double 5. He's not going to finish this one. He's getting frustrated here.
No
I
score.
think he knows he's kind of in control of this tie, Jason Lowe. It's only 1-0, but I think he knows
Manuel,
unless
you
he
require 10.
has a real shocker, he should get through here, but he's getting embroiled here, and well, he's going to get another go. It's, yeah, Jason
6.
just shaking his head.
Jason, you require 20.
I don't think, regardless of how the outcome hit, this is not going to be pretty, this tie, is it?
It doesn't look that way. We're on double 5 again, Jason Lowe.
Game
Double
from
5
the
is
second
pinned.
leg.
It is a 2-0
Jason Lowe.
lead. It is not entirely without
The leg,
stress.
Jason
Manuel Vilerio has
to
managed to hit
fifth.
180s in
Game
both
on.
of the opening legs. And all sorts of madness at the back end of that second leg. But Jason Lowe, this is, in my opinion, what is going on here for Jason Lowe is not the result of just Jason Lowe turning up and playing poorly on the day and having a couple of bad legs. This is the result of months and months and months of frustrations and lack of confidence and not
66.
playing well. And basically not doing what he always used to do on the dartboard. Even before he had his tour card, he'd turn up at the UK Open qualifiers and he'd make quarters and semis and average 100. He'd look really good. And the question was, why isn't this guy playing on the PDC tour? He has obviously got talent. And then he did come over, he had that great run at the UK Open, had some success, was making decent money, but it's just sort of fallen apart for him over the last
41.
year or two. And education is important, etc., 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 but wise decision, my man.
Yeah, good lad. Do double maths next week. Jason Lowe, I think we get lost because he doesn't give a lot away, Dan. We forget that he's probably struggling with confidence. I mean, he is, isn't he?
Absolutely.
The results aren't there, and
53.
He's got so much ability, Jason Lowe. I played against him at the back end of my career. I'm so impressed with him. You can't fluster him. Even now, this ain't a great game, far from it, and he still doesn't look flustered. He's trying to keep himself together, but yeah, that's about as much as you'll get from him.
45.
He'll finish the job here, but I'm sure that he's going to have to play so much better tomorrow against Dirk van Dijvenbode. Beat Simon Whitlock on 6-1 in qualifying.
43. Jason, you require 96.
Yeah, you just... look, we've seen it many, many times. Players have slumps. They have slumps in form, they lose their confidence. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's got anything technical going wrong as he eyes up double 8.
80.
He's not missed that by much, but he's almost 300 points clear here. But there doesn't seem to be any technical problems.
Definitely not, is there? No.
So you kind of think, if he has a little
55.
bit of luck, has one
Jason,
good
you require
weekend,
16.
can things suddenly turn around for him? Because if he goes back to the Jason Lowe of 2-3 years ago, all of a sudden, you don't have any worries about it.
He got for his first round match last year at the World Championship, beating Daniel Larson.
Game shot
Took that in the corner for 3-0. He
Jason Lowe.
took Jose de Souza to a deciding set as well, so
Game on.
played some big names on the big stage, and he's got the game, Jason, but needs to find it. But you talk about a bit of luck. This is a good draw for him, Dan, isn't it? And maybe
Absolutely.
this is what he needs, and then
100.
attack the game with Dirk van Dijvenbode tomorrow.
Now, look, it's a competitive game of darts. Anything could happen. Manuel Vilerio could win it from here. But there has been no sign in any of his previous performances, or indeed, really in this game, that today is going to be the day that he breaks his duck. I suppose this would be a sign. It's nearly a third 180, ridiculously, for Manuel Vilerio. A man known as the Lizard, apparently. Jason Lowe, a man known as Jason Lowe.
That's exactly what it says on the tin. And Jason Lowe. Yeah, good switch again. Start with a 177. And he's getting better now, isn't he? I mean, averaging low 80s, but it's going to be more than enough on what we've seen so far.
Yeah, 12 missed darts at double.
11.
Ooh, real lurchy one there from Manuel.
Jason Lowe got the tie in the palm of his hand there. Looked like there could be a double break. We saw what happened in the previous match when William O'Connor got a double break. There was no way back for Jim Williams. It could be the same scenario here for Manuel Vilerio, who's in all sorts of bother. Good last start, though.
It is one of the few possible ties in World Darts where Jason Lowe can step on stage wearing his very, very bog-standard polo shirt and be made to look like the flashier of the two darts players in terms of their apparel.
140.
Yeah, Manuel Vilerio. Not one for a dart shirt. See, that's the dart he needs to use. Right, again, he's just not going through. Too many darts in the fives.
51.
And it's looking like 4-0 here for Jason Lowe. Very comfortable, but won't be satisfied with how he's playing.
For a 14-darter.
Yeah,
well, he's getting better as the game goes on, Jason Lowe. He's been allowed to. And you could kind of...
Fifth leg, Jason.
You could kind of imagine a scenario
Game on.
where at the start of this game, where Jason Lowe was missing all those darts at double, and somebody else had punished him for it, and then he does, he won't show it, but then he would start beating himself up. He wouldn't settle into the game. He wouldn't get into this rhythm that he's getting into now. And you can imagine that that might have happened rather a lot over the last few months, which is why he hasn't been winning many games, why he's not in the Worlds at the minute or the Players' Championship finals, and why he's set to lose his tour card as things stand. But, like we said, one good weekend, if he's allowed to settle, a little bit of fortune with the draw here, starts playing some proper darts again, things could
28.
turn around for this very, very talented man from the West Midlands in the UK.
there's been just 4 darts doubles. There we see 16 for Jason Lowe, but he's been afforded the time. And like you said, Dan, it is the perfect draw. Is it going to allow him to work himself into form? Because you go off to Barnsley, there's 6 players' championships left in Barnsley, you won't get a draw where you're allowed to settle. You do get the odd one pop up on the European tour. And Jason Lowe is doing a real job here. Far from his best, but still
81.
looking like he's got far too much for Manuel Vilerio.
Look at that, rock steady Jason Lowe. Nothing moves but the arm.
140.
And we'll see a real contrast in style later on. Big John Henderson back on the European Tour stage. Richie Head, a big weekend for John as well. He needs a run. We're talking about keeping your tour card. John
100.
Henderson falls into that
Jason,
bracket.
you require 114.
He's up in match 5 of the afternoon. Match 6, sorry. No, match 5 now. We've got Steve Beaton and Justin Hewitt, so...
Double top.
74.
Well, there's a chance here for Manuel. Treble, single, double. There's the treble. Stay in the board. Now double top.
80.
Ooh, look at that.
Jason,
Look at the reaction. The
40.
camera angle showed fantastically how the darts land there. He was so close. Just worked his way up to that double top. Treble to single to double. And the frustration from Manuel Vilerio. He knew he'd thrown the dart well. Jason just had to regroup here. This for 5-0. Oh,
30.
Dear me. Well, the frailties all of a sudden return for Jason Lowe.
It's a mile off that one, Dan, wasn't it?
As was that.
20.
Well, I mean, he nearly
Jason,
bust his score
10.
hitting treble 20 when he wanted a single 20. He's nearly bust his score on treble 20 needing double top there.
Jason Lowe's found himself on double 5 a bit too often. There he's in again. But
Jason Lowe.
it's a little bit difficult. There were signs in the middle part of the game that he's getting into it. A little bit sloppiness there, but
Game on.
Jason will just want to get the job done here. Get this game won and get himself ready for Dirk van Dijvenbode tomorrow, when he'll have to be so much better.
96.
Yeah, I'm afraid this sort of performance from Jason Lowe is not even going to make a dent in the Dirk van Dijvenbode armour, but it doesn't matter. Tomorrow's another day. And if the real Jason Lowe shows up,
100.
he's a match for anybody.
He will upset the rhythm of Dirk van Dijvenbode, though, won't he? Because Dirk's eager to get on with it. And if Jason, like you said, he's on an 82 average now.
100.
He sticks 10 on that. I know we talk about high 90s, but 92 average will make him competitive against Dirk van Dijvenbode.
If you hit your doubles,
Yeah.
he's going to have
Yeah.
to finish better, isn't he? There you see, Manuel Vilerio, it is very much feast or famine.
59.
2 180s, and all he's had to work with after that is 1 treble visits, or effectively 1 treble visits. There's another one.
Pulling away in this leg. So is Manuel going to give the home crowd something to cheer about in this tie? Or can Jason Lowe wrap it up 6 legs to 0?
58. 40.
One moving around there, isn't there? See that in the Vilerio throw in. He's not happy, Dan, is he?
No, he's I mean, look,
44.
he's 5-0 up, but he's not happy with how he's played.
60.
There's a couple of legs where Manuel's had multiple darts to win them. It could be 3-2, and then that really would be testing Jason Lowe's nerve if he'd been only leading 3-2 in this one.
Yeah, and that gets the crowd involved as well.
Well, that gets into a 2-darter, and all of a sudden, Jason Lowe, the whitewash, is still a genuine possibility. Treble 18, not quite there.
92.
Okay,
Jason,
interesting.
you require 100.
Yeah, Leaves double 7 if he gets a shot. He may not, you know, to wrap up a less than convincing game for Jason Lowe. Double 10, he just wants to get off that stage. Oh, still we go on.
2 match starts missed, and Manuel Vilerio has chosen to leave double 7. And now he's splitting it to leave double 2. I mean, there's probably a strategy, but it's worked. He's got a leg.
7th leg,
Jason was less than amused. He wants to get it done. He's had 2 match starts. He's thinking 15 dart leg, get himself off the stage. Improvements needed for Jason Lowe. The average has kind of been low 80s for the majority of the match. And there we see, not a high quality affair.
Well, not his lowest average on the Euro Tour, Manuel, but he's always been in that mid-60s to mid-70s range when we've seen him playing these. And you didn't think it was going to be enough against Jason Lowe. It's proven to be the case, so far at least.
It was almost enough against Paul Nicholson, 75 average. Manuel Vilerio in that World Cup rubber back in 2015. Good to see Paul Nicholson back playing. He's back playing some darts away from the PDC at the minute. Working towards maybe going back to Q School, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you've got to give massive respect to these players who've been there, done it, won major titles, gone away, done a bit of the commentary work, and then have the bravery, have the gumption to get back out there and test themselves, rather than just cowering away in the commentary box, timid little mice of men, scared, afraid, terrified.
Hang on, I've just worked. You're talking about me, aren't you? And the piece of the puzzle were coming together at the end there. When he said mice of men, something click. No credit to him. Jason Lowe.
140.
A ton 40 for Manuel. That's his first of this match. We've already seen, I mean, look, is Manuel Vilerio going to win this game? It looks very, very unlikely. We've already guaranteed one player from Gibraltar is through to the second round in Craig Galliano. Sadly, we won't be seeing Justin Hewitt in action because he's withdrawn, and arguably he might have been their best chance. A very talented young player. It's not exactly what Manuel wanted, but then again, even when he's got the trebles that he's been going for, he's left odd numbers.
15 darts thrown, no 21 left. Best leg of the match for Manuel so far. He's got to tidy up that 21, and it would be for the breaker throw here. And the average is dropping into the 70s now for Jason.
140.
Be careful he doesn't get embroiled. Won't be panicking yet. 21. He may still get a go in this.
He might well do. Okay, there's 15. That leaves double 3. Why not? He's won a leg on double 2. How about double 3? Yeah, why not, Manuel? This is as good as it's ever been for Manuel Vilerio. He's got a second leg.
And there we see the aggression. Fair play to him. Your dad doesn't go in your intended target, can throw you out of stride, but he hit the double 3. Breaker throw. 5-2 now. Jason Lowe had darts to win 6-0. 2 darts. He was slow with that first dart there, Dan. Slower than normal, I felt.
100. $60.
Jason Lowe. I felt like I said it 2.5 legs, so he just wants to get it running off the stage, and he's still there.
Yeah, nothing's changed for him, has it? But, you know, for the first 5 legs of this, there'd be a little thing for Jason Lowe saying, well, look, it's inevitable I'm going to win this game. I'm going to get a leg. Even if I'm playing poorly, I'll get a leg where I'm going to be better than him, and that'll be it done and dusted. But the longer he waits for that leg, the more nervous he's going to get. And Manuel Vilerio might grow in confidence.
100.
Because that's another ton. And he's dragged his average up by about 5 or 6 points in the last couple of legs.
Jason's has come in sort of 3 or 4 points, so in effect becoming a closer game in the stats, but needed that last now, Jason. A lot of 5s from Manuel, isn't it? But showing a lot of spirit at the back end of this tie, and he's still not out here. We'll get a shot at 140.
Oh, wow.
Manuel require 140.
That might cost him a match dart when he returns to the board, which he will do.
He's inviting problems here, though, Jason.
90.
And
Jason, you
Manuel
require
on the 2-darter, if the 101 doesn't go. Just wants to get off there, Jason, though. Treble 19, treble 15. The options. And then it is to finally get the job done here.
77.
The match dart 3 have now come and gone for Jason Lowe.
50.
Do we play on into a 9th leg, which looked, well, highly unlikely when Jason led 5-0.
Oh, no. Well, he's got a dart,
18.
but he's missed it. It would have been a 3rd leg on the spin for Manuel Vilerio, but is the fight back going to be put to an end here as Vilerio smashes the heel of his hand into his forehead for about the 5th time in this match. And Jason Lowe finally brings it to an end. Manuel Vilerio matches his best ever result on the European Tour, gets a couple of legs, one on double 2 and double 3. Threatened what would have been the most unlikely comeback in the history of the sport, but Jason Lowe puts him out of his misery. It is a 6-2 victory, and Jason Lowe will face Dirk van Dijvenbode in the 2nd round tomorrow as he looks to find something to kickstart his season as we approach the very end of it. Sean Negret and Kenny Nairns coming up. We'll have a little bit of a break after that game with the withdrawal
Ladies and
of
gentlemen,
Justin
Jason Lowe through to the second round of the 2022
on the way after these words
Gibraltar
from our
Darts
latest
Trophy.
winner,
Jason,
Gibraltar
congratulations
Darts
on the
Trophy.
win.